The first transformation that we're going to learn about is translations, not to be confused with transformations. Translation is a slide. So if you can see that the blue pentagon, we'll call that our pre-image, slides to the right, and it slides down to form the second red pentagon, which is the new image. So again, a translation doesn't change its orientation or its size, it just slides any direction. So in a translation, every point in the figure slides the same distance and in the same direction. The orientation and size stay the same. It can be described by how many units the image slides to the left or right, or up and down. You're also going to see it described by horizontal or vertical movements. So remember, horizontal goes left and right, like the horizon with the sun, and vertical goes up and down. All right, so first, on the first page, we're just going to plot points and translate them. On the second page, we will actually translate an entire image, or an entire shape. So the first one says plot the point 4, 5. So go ahead and plot 4, 5 on your graph. So hopefully you ended up at the same spot as me. And it says label that point A. Okay. Now, the directions are to translate the point to the right 3 units and down 7 units. Okay, so you are not starting from the origin, you're going to actually start from, you will start at the point that you just ended up at. So we're going to go to the right 3 units, so we'll move over 3 units, 1, 2, 3. You should end up here, but don't draw a point. And then we're going to move down 7 units from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you should end up about here. Okay, we will label this new coordinate. It says right here, A prime. That way we know which is the original and which is the new coordinate. So the new coordinates for A prime, you can go ahead and figure those out. And they should be 7, -2. Okay, if you look at the second one, you still have A and A prime on your graph. I don't. But we're going to, this time, plot the point -3, 2. So -3, 2 is going to be in that second quadrant. Label your point B. And again, starting from point B, translate to the point to the left 5 units and up 5 units, and label it coordinate B prime. So go ahead and move that from that coordinate 5 to the left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you should end up here, and we're labeling that point B prime. Okay, what are the new coordinates for B prime? Well, we move over to the left -8, and we move up +7. Okay. And that third one says plot the point -8, -2. So both of my points are negative, so it should be in the third quadrant. So you move over -8 down -2, and we should end up about here. Label that point C. Okay, now this one is the one I was talking about where it actually just tells you horizontally 6 units and vertically -3 units. That's our translation. So horizontally 6 units means that we're going to move right or left 6 units. And because that 6 is positive, we're going to move in the positive direction. So we're going to move 6 units to the right from where C originally was. Now, the vertical point, it says vertically -3 units. So if you think vertical is up or down, and if we're going negative, again, you can look at your coordinate plane. Remember, when we go down the coordinate plane, that's when we're going negative. When we're going up, it's positive. So we should go down -3, or down 3 units. All right, so from C, let's move to the right 6 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down, you're not actually going to graph a point, but since I'm showing you on the video, I'd like you just to follow with me. And then down 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So your point should end up right about here. And we will label that C prime. The coordinates for C prime, go ahead and try to figure those out. They should be -2, -5. So on the next page, if you flip it over, we're actually going to be translating a whole triangle. All right, so it says, connect the coordinates below to form the pre-image. Okay, so you don't have to actually write any of the coordinates down. Just connect them to make that lovely triangle. Whoops, that's not very good. Try that again. That's a little better. Okay, so you have your nice triangle there, and step 2 says perform the translation on the original triangle. 8 units to the right and 2 units down. All right, so this time you're going to do the exact same thing we did on the last page, except you have to do it 3 times, the same translation 3 times. So this whole triangle should look like it slides. So let's start with A, and we're going to do 8 units to the right first. So A, if we move 8 units to the right, you're going to start right here where A is. And we're going to move 8 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you actually should end up right on that y-axis, except we're not done. A lot of times we make mistakes because we don't do the second part of the translation. The second part is 2 units down. So from here, you're going to move 2 units down. So that would be your point A. And don't forget to label A prime. Okay, and then B, we're going to move 8 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 units down. You should end up across from A prime. And again, if I'm going too fast, you can pause it and try it on your own if you'd like, and then check at the end. Then C, we would move over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and move down 2. Okay, so we'd have C prime. And then you can connect. And you see that you have your triangle just translated. Okay, so then what I would like you to do are write down the coordinates for A prime, B prime, and C prime right here. You can do that on your own. And then I would like you to try the rectangle, in at the bottom. So you're going to do the rectangle. Get it checked. And then move on to reflections. Good job.